Hello, my name is Sheldon and welcome back for another episode of Victor 3 as USA. In previous episode, we managed to get Texas from Mexico. Unfortunately, now we have a truce with them because the war didn't actually happen. I was hoping to get a bit more of the land in here, but, well, that wasn't to be the case. But we do have claims on the areas at least, so we should be able to do a lot of colonizing, and of course, eventually we'll be able to take that. But we of course are continuing on our colonization efforts. Our GDP is a decent one, it's still number 6 worldwide, so not all that high. Apparently the investment pool is a bit too small, as per usual, so what we could do is, I suppose we could go ahead and build up some more. So Pennsylvania's got 3, we'll build another 2 there, so that will get us to 110 total construction. Which is already a decent amount. And we're not trying to pass any laws right now, mostly because we don't really have a whole lot of support for any of the laws that we want to really push for. So as a reminder, actually, we can support more interests. First of all, let's put the Andes as an interest. And also, I believe we can invite some nations to our faction. Oh, actually 3 of them. Well, let's go ahead and invite all of them. If they are going to accept that without any problems. Right, all 3 have joined. And then the treaties are gone because we can't have embassies there anymore. But that's fine. Right, Nicaragua. Could we perhaps... ooh, our leverage is almost... I wonder, would you be... Yeah, you would be willing to take an embassy. Well, there we go. So we can maybe get Nicaragua as well into the faction. So right now, these don't really add into the... it's actually going down, the cohesion. Right now, but eventually it will get better, hopefully. But also, like, we're 4 years away or thereabouts for another mandate, so it's going to be like 1850, I suppose. We've still got about 600,000 debt that we're trying to pay off, which is one of the reasons why I'm not actually increasing the construction speed too much yet, because we will have quite a bit of investment pool in there to utilize. But we could always just let the private sector do the construction for a little while and save up a lot of government money. Now, we do also still... Actually, no, we are in the medium taxes right now. Never mind. For some reason, I thought that we were still on the lower tiers there, but that's alright. Right, we're getting a university. Excellent. How is our research doing anyway? So we're cutting the pharmaceuticals and then the crystal class. So in military, we probably need to queue off something. Right, nothing's actually spreading there. I think I'm gonna go for the triage. Kind of alternating bit within the categories this time around. We will need to build a whole lot more universities there to get the innovation up, because we could have up to 134 already, and we are nowhere near that. But that's why we're building the universities, little by little. I also want to make sure that we don't cause too much expenses for the economy to bear, so it should be alright in the long run, I suppose. It looks like Kansas is almost colonized. I mean, there's a little bit more in there. Actually, how much more is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots over there. Or locations. I mean, that's not too bad. Oh. France and Britain are fighting. Huh. I wonder how that is going to go. I mean, France does have a larger army, but they don't have the fleet. Whereas Britain's got the fleet, but a smaller army. Although I suppose they've got a whole lot of subjects in... Well, some subjects at least. Cape Colony, Sierra Leone, and Ionian Islands. Oh, okay, they invited me. What are they? Calling our obligation. I mean, you know what? Sure. We won't be able to get anything from this war, but at least we'll mobilize one of the armies. A regular army. It does have another 10 contrasts as well that we could activate, but I don't think I want to do that yet. Now, the French are uncertain. I don't know how much the total army size is going to be. Like, right now, our side has actually mobilized slightly more. I don't suppose there's a whole lot that we can, for example, take away from the French. I mean, I suppose there's the French Guiana and some of the islands over here. So I guess one could go ahead and send our troops down to there. Help with that a little bit. Although I'm sure that there's going to be more troops sent in here now. Well, maybe not yet. Yeah, we'll take that one, then we might do a landing into French Guiana. And then after that, I'll let the British do most of the fighting. We'll give nominal support in case the Americans, or the, not the Americans, in case the French start doing a landing, we'll actually activate another army in here. We can kind of figure out a way to send that if need be. Like a bit of a garrison, that's mostly it. Let's see, so conquer West Indies, Cape Colony, and then transfer the subjects, whereas Britain wants French Senegal, and conquer French West Indies and French Indian Ocean territories. Okay, and we're still making a little bit of money. Oh, right, we are building up more troops as well. Forgot about that. Right, that's the Florida army getting a bit stronger, isn't it? After that, we've got a food industry in Alabama. I actually wonder, what do we need in our market right now? High price of tea is something that, well, we can't grow tea. Not in here anymore, or anyway. Groceries is something that we are getting. We're number 3 producer worldwide already. We might want to increase that. Actually, how much of a difference is it? It's not that massive difference between us and the French, for example, so we could potentially overtake them. I think we're going to go ahead and build a second grocery or food industry somewhere. Let's have a look. Earnings. Alabama is still the highest profitability, but we'll build one in Georgia as well. Start getting a decent bit of food out of here, hopefully. At least in the long run. Ooh. Building Krampus Sons, prosperity bonus activated, so Navy offense and defense is increased. Supremacist violence in South Carolina. Violence between the white rioters and black freedmen has caused significant tension in South Carolina. We'll use to fold my other governments. There's going to be even more radicals. I reckon the reconstruction might not work. Oh, Louisiana is actually loyal enough already. It'll time out in 5 years, so it's going to be tricky to kind of appease them while also not causing a whole lot of issues for the freed slaves. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. We'll see how it goes, though. How much of a fleet? Oh, right, yeah, we've got the fleet in here and another fleet in here. I don't suppose they've... no, they haven't brought any troops in here, so we'll be conquering the West Indies pretty much unopposed. Oh, and France is damaging relations. I'm not entirely surprised by that. But yeah, so GDP is a good 24 million right now. And the population, of course, is steadily climbing. Ooh, wooden tools are a bit expensive, and opium. So we may have been purchased some of that from all through the French, for example, or something. Right, so how much is the... Oh, 84% is already under British control. Engines of progress. The manufacturer of steam engines has become a profitable industry in Pennsylvania thanks to our sound investment in locomotive technology. These engines are already being employed across new American railway lines. So, let's see. All aboard. So, railway building throughput plus 10%. Motor industry building plus 15%. Or, ooh, still railway cars. I do like getting the increase in research. I'm going to take that one. Or, like, speed up the research a little bit. No, we're not actively trying to go for that yet, but it will save us a little bit of work. Oh, right, because we haven't completed all of this research yet. That would be very expensive to go for. But it should be about 1/3 once we've researched the on-tier stuff first. Britain is trying to do a landing in the south over here. It's probably not going to go all that well, to be fair. But they're trying. And then we're going back to... Alright, so we're heading over there. Let's go and take this fleet. And plan invasion. French Guiana. We'll take the army in... the regular army. We'll have a small drop in efficiency. And I should probably go ahead and send these to do some... Actually, blockade is probably fine, yeah. It'll be a bit easier for us to potentially do the landings in here. Oh, Britain started embargo in France. Well, that's not a surprise. That one looks like the... Oh. Right, Mexico's having a fight over here. Against Ute. Huh. So we are actually losing a little bit of money right now. Not a whole lot, though. But a little bit. Building the... oh, right, we got the construction sectors already done. Which is actually probably... Oh, right, so that means that we got the extra construction speed already sorted out. Okay, so we have done the landings. We're going back to Grand Columbia. In fact, what we should probably do is to send this one back to New England, really. And then this one could maybe get to raiding convoys around here, the West African coast. There's a bit of fleets moving around here, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be too bad. It looks like the British fleet is just wrecking all the French fleets right now. I mean, overall, we do have the advantage in just numbers. The question is, will we have the numbers in where it really counts? Police brutality. Use of extreme force. We'll reduce the law enforcement by 1, I suppose. That's going to keep the intelligentsia and rule folk happy, although rule folk are not actually influential anymore. The philosophy department. Secure funding for philosophy departments in all our institutions of higher learning. The University of New York has chosen to focus this funding on advancing Hegelian dialects. Ooh. You know what? We'll get some progress on socialism. Sure. And also, we should probably queue up some more construction. So what are we... We're lacking in wood. And we should probably go ahead and build some more logging camps. Preferably only domestic. And Pennsylvania is... well, there's a lot of demand for wood, I reckon, in there. Let's get a couple in there at least. We'll get one in New Jersey. Virginia could get one... maybe 2. Start doing a lot of the logging in here because we are kind of in need of some wood and also some more tools, but the private sector is actually building out a tooling workshop and apparently another shipyard, textile mills, 2 of them actually, then a sulfur mine, another trade center, and a coffee plantation in West India, or Java, so East Indies actually. Hey, we sent some convoys. So I guess the landings into France did not really work out. But we do, I believe, control at least one of the war goals. We can't drop below 0. I suppose, yeah, we probably have the French Senegal. Yeah, we do. And we've got the West Indies. So now it's just the Indian Ocean stuff that we need to conquer. And then, which I believe is just the island down here. You know what? Go and send this army. Do a quick little conquering over there so we can actually win this war. Save up a little bit of money. It's a bit of a long distance to go, but that's alright. Oh, we're going to invite another country. Is that... yeah, Nicaragua can be invited. Excellent. Oh, Costa Rica is also not too far off necessarily. In terms of potentially joining in. Get the embassy in there. They do like that idea. What about New Granada? Would you be willing to take a embassy? Or you would be. Perfect. Because if we can get New Granada into the power block, then that means that we will be getting the mandates about a little bit faster. It's not going to be a huge speed increase in there, but it will increase nonetheless. Paramilitary intimidation. Political groups opposed to Reconstruction have organized militant units to intimidate voters in Louisiana and restore themselves to power. Right, so Louisiana, there would be more radicals if we go with that one. Yeah, I think we'll just disband those at once. Sure, having more radicals is not great for the Reconstruction necessarily, but we're working on principles over here. There might not be most effective ways to do it, but nonetheless. So are we the only one going for the Indian Ocean territories? Yes, okay. But we will have taken 2 of the war goals of this war then. There's a bit of naval combat over here. Or potential naval combat. Oh, we got some lack of explosives right now. We do have explosive industry, yeah we do. But it hasn't hired a whole lot of people, I guess. Oh, it looks like the Yemen, or the rule folk are once again influential. And they are very happy, so they actually give us a bit of boost for infrastructure, as well as agriculture, ranch, and plantation throughput. So we actually are, well, we were making money briefly there. Because that may have been because we just completed a building. Or actually, yeah, probably. Yeah, we're getting the logging camps now. After that, so we might want to get some more paper mills. Let's go and queue up one of those. I suppose the best option would still probably be New York. There's a high demand for it in there, so yeah, we'll build one there. That's going to be level 5 then. That's a good start. So how long do we have a truce with the Mexicans then? Up until, okay, another 29 months, so yeah, around 1850 is when we're going to do another potential war against them. I was thinking these bit of convoys down here. I don't know how much we are actually doing. Oh, well, there we go. The battle, well, I wouldn't say much of a battle. We have taken the island. And I guess we can send this one back home now. You've done your duties. I suppose you could also start doing a bit of convoy raiding. Let's get over here. I don't know if they have any convoys going through here, but if they do, we'll try to intercept at least some of them. Although I suspect going over there to Azores might be more beneficial, but doesn't matter. Oh, we're already working on the paper mills. Or the paper mill, rather. So that's good. Anything else that we are... Well, I suppose more tools would still be needed. Groceries are still a bit on the expensive side. Right, well, I suppose that's something that we're going to always expand. Oh, Indiana would be profitable. I suppose it's one of those things that, especially if there's a lot of peasants and all that, just building one per state does reduce the grocery price drastically, which then does mean that they'll get more food. Or food will be more plentiful in there, in general. Oh dear, heat wave started. Well, that's not good. Oh, there's a whole lot of trade centers being built. I mean, that can be very useful, though. Very, very useful. So we still are nearly £600,000 in debt right now, although that's mostly because of the war. Although that... I could probably just demobilize this army. It's not really needed. But the French... Yeah, we've occupied all the war goals. So the French war support is going down. Plus the fact that we're sinking convoys is probably hindering them a bit further. Right, how's Kansas looking like? There's still the 7 or so spots over... no, actually 5 over here that we still need. And the next one's going to be done fairly quickly. But as soon as we get like one of these states completed, then the remaining states will be going a lot faster. Well, a little bit faster at least. Until we reach the point where we are hitting the max, then... Oh, actually, we do have a bit of authority right now, so we could put in a... Speaking of taxes, let's put in luxury furniture tax. But yeah, we'll be hitting the max on the colonization probably at some point. But not yet, we've got so many colonies growing right now. Oh, there's still the landing attempts over here. And they're not going all that well. Oh, is there... Oh, there's a naval battle in here. And that one is going pretty nicely. Well, the more troops are arriving. There is another one, yeah. So it'll be more on par with the enemy troops, I suppose. Although they got a decent defense, and our offense isn't that great. So it's unlikely that that will succeed. Right, so the paper mill's about to be done. Let's have a look. We might want to get some more tooling workshops as well. Could still build one in Pennsylvania. Perhaps one in Ohio. Just to start spreading the industries a bit further west as well. So it's not all just going to be right on the east coast over here. Of course, the game is still telling me that you got too much investments coming in. You need to build more. Which honestly, we probably should build more. Let's have a look. Where do we have the construction sectors right now? I suppose Virginia wouldn't be too bad. So we'll build another 2 there. Get to 120. That's a little bit short, we'll start increasing further and further, but it's just we need to make sure that we are not just building more construction industries, because that will get expensive. And we also need to make sure that we're not necessarily using the full 50% of the allocated construction at all times, because right now, we got quite a bit expenses. So I suppose disbanding one of those armies and putting the tax, or demobilizing one of the armies and putting the tax, seems to be helping a little bit with the money situation again. The invasion is still having some severe issues. Oh, there's a bit of French armies down here. Okay. Don't know where they're heading next, but yeah, they've got a lot of troops there. Oh, right, and our troops are heading back home. Wait, no, that's a fleet. Why did it get defeated in battle? Oh, it doesn't have a leader right now. Well, that wouldn't do it. Let's get intelligentsia, I suppose. And now you can probably head back there. Do the convoy raiding. Oh, the army observation is also lacking a leader. Let's get the... I guess the Yeoman farmer. Oh. Costa Rica wants to join in? Sure. And then New Granada. How close are you joining in? We still only got minus 100 leverage. It will be increasing. But I don't think it's going to go quite high enough yet. No, it would be like evening out with the influence from the French faction there. Oh, nitroglycerin. Well. We're not actually going to start using that yet. The resource discovery chance is going to be quite handy. We did already have the... Where was the gold? Ah, there we go. In South Dakota, there's some gold in there. Eventually we'll get some gold mines there. But that might take a little while. Oh, fractional distillation and realism is spreading. Okay. So currently we're getting pharmaceuticals Shouldn't take too long. After that, it's going to be the crystal class. Which right now is the distillation spreading. So crystal class is going to allow us to reduce the wood use a little bit in glass making. Basically remove the wood from the equation completely. Now how large is the army? So we've got 20, 15 and 15. Might need to increase the armies a bit further as well. Like right now, 50 battalions plus a little bit of conscripts as well. Is not a whole lot of an army. If we look at, yeah, we've got 50 plus 28. It could be worse, but yeah, it's not really much of an army. But now that we're not doing much of a construction, I'm just going to let the private sector take over the construction for a little while. We might go ahead and build up another construction sector though, real quick. Keep building one in Virginia, I suppose. Well, maybe we'll build two in there, just to get us to the 130 construction already. But yeah, the private sector is very wealthy right now, and they really want to get some more construction going. So we do need to invest into that quite a bit. But there we go, so the GDP is already 25 million. Not bad. Well, of course, we started with a lot stronger nation than I usually do. Yeah, I don't think the British are able to land into France anytime soon, but at least we control the war goals. The French won't be able to retake those anytime soon. So we still will be fine overall. Good old days. Oh, hold on a minute. So right now, the Republican Party is actually potentially winning the election, so I'm going to go ahead and take the even less momentum for the Democratic Party, so we can get the trade unions in power, and intelligentsia as well, so that might allow us to push for a lot better laws for a little while. Oh my goodness, we're making such a huge amount of money right now. The investment pool is still okay. They're not complaining anymore, at least, about the lack of construction capabilities. But that's a lot of textile mills being built, which might prove to be rather handy, actually. There we go. We've got already 1.9 million loyalists. And, well, less than 500,000 radicals. Corruption and agitation. Sure, we'll get a 20% momentum boost there. Let's see, so now they are, oh, 71%. Yeah, I think they're going to be winning the election. Most likely, but we've still got 130 days. Many things can happen during that time. Right, looks like there's a lot of expensive construction goods. Ooh, pharmaceuticals unlocked. There we go. So health system, we're going to increase that by another level. Let's go and get that to level 2. So that's not too bad. And then, actually, we should probably queue up some research in here. Realism will probably be completed before we get around. We'll probably go and start researching quinine, just in case. Oh, and France would be very much willing to take a white piece already. Of course, I'm not negotiating in this war, so I don't know. But let's go ahead and get some more construction going. Or rather, the various government buildings get underway. Get some more paper production, first of all. Get another one in DC. Probably another one in New York as well. Because both have very high demand for paper anyway. So getting those two built can be rather handy. Bread, butter, and ballots. With the price of groceries soaring across the country, the Democratic Party is finding itself under relentless pressure from the opposition, used with reckless toying with the welfare of its citizens. So we're going to pay £4,000 a week. I'll just take the hit on the Democratic Party. I will take the hit on the Democratic Party's popularity right now. That means that at least we'll get the Republicans in power for a little while. We can start passing some of the better laws for our goals in mind. But yeah, there's still 4 more colonies that need to happen in Kansas, and then we'll have that entire state. Will probably be the first one of the ones over here in the west. Of course, Florida has been already taken care of. Party favorites. The of the Republican Party affiliated with the Industrialists has raised complaints about Subdiel Elmore, which is the trade unionist, I believe the leader of it. Choice of endorsement leaving their supporters neglected. You know what? We're going to support the trade unions to make them a bit more powerful. Because they are right now still fairly small. But we need them powerful at some point. Also, how's the... okay, readmitting... No, we won't be getting most of these reconstruction stuff completed. That's alright, though. We will just have to live with it. I don't know what the modifiers or whatnot are going to be after that closes, but... we will find them out, I suppose. We will find them out. Right, the arms industry in Pennsylvania is expanding thanks to the private sector, and they're building a whole lot of textile mills, some glassworks as well, which is kind of handy. And some more logging camps, but that's in Gentle Java, so that's not really going to help us. Ooh, iron mine. Oh, what's this then? Venezuela wants to buy some artillery from us. They pay £1,000 a week and give us trade privileges. You know what? Fine, I'm okay with that. If they need to get a guaranteed amount of artillery, I'm okay with that. They pay for some of it at least. Like it's, I guess they're paying like 100 per unit. Which actually, how much is the cost right now? It's 86 for us, so yeah, no, that's not bad actually. How's that influence on New Granada coming along? The leverage is still 51, so that doesn't seem to be increasing all that much. Any other treaties that we could get with them? I could get a defensive pact, I suppose. That might increase the leverage. And also maybe investment rights in there. There we go, so that might give us a bit more leverage on them. Oh yeah, there we go, that might be enough to invite them. It will be close, but I don't know if it's going to be sufficient. Pressing issues. The ongoing elections drawn attention to the platforms of the various contending parties. Alright, so we can choose which one to favour. We're going to favour the Republican Party again. So, 89% of the votes. That is going to be a wow, overwhelming victory in the election, I suppose. And the French are getting to the point that they might even take on some of the peace deals. Of course, it's up to the British actually, well, I suppose these war goals over here, but it's up to the British to actually press for those. Oh, Abner is our new president. Right, who's the, oh, that's probably the leader of Intelligentsia, yeah. Okay, well, let's reform the government. So, Republicans sign power, now we can start changing maybe some of the laws. Like, for example, the taxation, we could get the proportional taxation. Industrialists would not enjoy that. But that would get us, well, actually, right now it might not be that much better. We could go for the, public health insurance, that's not a whole lot of support yet. What about regulatory bodies? There's not a whole lot of support. Restricting child labour is not going to be an option yet. Ooh, oh, they want laissez-faire. That would try to anger the trade unions. We're not going to go for that one. Not this round. Free trade? The human farmers would oppose that. But honestly, I'm okay with that. That seems like a very American thing to do, even though we are planning on going full-on socialist at some point on this playthrough. Or at least that's the plan. Whether we will actually manage that or not remains to be seen. Because of course, once EU5 is released, this series will end. Well, soon after that. There's probably going to be a few more days of episodes after that, of course, that have been pre-recorded. Oh, and there's the paper mills done. Now, what else do we need? Oh, insufficient construction again. Well, I suppose we could go ahead and add in another. I suppose we'll get one in Illinois and one in Massachusetts. That's at 140 total. And then maybe we'll go ahead and get some more groceries. Or Mississippi would be pretty profitable. And we'll get one in South Carolina as well. Now, I know that we are kind of skipping on the industrial scale over here, but it's just reducing the local prices in as many places as possible will allow us to get a lot more loyalists and reduce the radicals. Because food can be kind of important, but are we now? No, it's still number 3 producer. We have nearly caught up with the French though. So we will probably, after those two, we will probably overtake them. Overtaking Britain though might take a little while. Intelligentsia have expressed their concerns about government decision, clearly favouring the interests of the industrialists. Let's have a look. Both are quite happy. We'll make the industrialists a bit less happy perhaps, but it will still mostly be fine. It didn't seem to change, so either they are so happy that it cannot go beyond 20, or something like... Oh, what's this then? Defensive battle with Britain and America. Investment rights. And trade privileges. I'm going to have to decline that. Because I'm basically giving a whole lot of stuff to the British. I mean, sure enough, they've got a massive empire and all that. But, like, I don't really want to be that much the underdog on that sort of deals. Also, Ecuador, could we maybe get an embassy in your nation? No. Who's No, you're not aligned yet. Although we already have a... Hold on a minute. Oh, we do have a embassy there already, okay. How much do you have influence? Oh, we almost got enough. It probably will be enough, actually. Oh, yeah. So Ecuador will probably join. Are they a minor power? They are. Okay, so if we can get those, the mandates will grow faster. It would be kind of handy. So I don't know about the... whether we should go for ideological through or something else. There's also some other principles that we're going to add in, but that's going to be the primary one, of course. So we'll need to figure out that, but I do see that we are unfortunately out of time with this episode, so if you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also see that the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, until next time, bye-bye.